Hi guys, it's Jacob from StringBuzz here, stringbuzzworld.org being a music journalism site, links in the description down below. And we have a brand new song review for you today, and it's the latest track by Katy featuring Migos, and that's Bon Appétit. So I'm going to refer to the original article as I usually do for these videos, so I hope you enjoy. Now I actually thought Katy Perry's last track, Chained to the Rhythm, was a really solid outing and a fun little dance pop listen. She seems to be modernising her sound a little more nowadays rather than going for this very sugary chart pop sound, which I think is a welcome change, and I think it's come about at the right time as well. Shall we see what I thought of this brand new track? Well, it's okay, but it's not really much to talk about. There are aspects that I did enjoy, but the song as a whole is a little too repetitive and doesn't have any significant moments that really warrant me replaying it any further in the future. I think the vocal performance is functional by Katy. I think the chord progression is a little forgettable and really repetitive. I think Migos sounded kind of tagged on really in this track, and the song doesn't really grab my attention at all. Having said that, it's not as bad as many people are trying to make it out to be, and I still think there is a strong beat in there, and I'm still behind Katy progressing her sound over the coming year or so. However, trying to put that Caribbean accent on in the chorus was not a good idea, and from my perspective it cheapened everything a lot. Production wise, it is a solid mix, but there aren't any standout elements which have really been allowed to flourish. I thought the stabs on the synth sounded fine, but the timbre/tone did make the synth in question sound like more of a preset rather than actually being individually modified and unique to this track. I thought the backing beat had some power to it, and the kick definitely did add some gusto, that sort of dual kick rhythm. But again, the snare and cymbals are a little lifeless and vapid, never really cutting through at all, and rather just being very secondary to that kick. I thought the auto-tune, which was put on Migos' voice, sounded pretty darn terrible, and I know it's his signature thing by now, but I could barely understand what he was saying, and that's due to a lack of diction, and it's just due to his notes being completely jarbled by that auto-tune. So all in all, the production cycle is very typical and functionally does the job, but yeah, I'm not going to write home about it either. When it comes to the musicality of this track, I thought it was way too reliant on this chordal routine that just wasn't catchy from the start. It got louder in the choruses and quieter in the verses, and that about sums up the progressions and their lack of variation in this track. I thought Katy sounded fine, and her recognizable vocal tone still managed to seep into this mix as I thought it would, but the weird accent she puts on when using the title phrase made the track seem very awkward and forced in the chorus. I thought the beat was good though. I really enjoyed the beat, in fact, and the electronic kick that was programmed, or rather the kick routine which was programmed, sounded great in my opinion, giving the song a little more of an atypical dancehall beat to really base itself around rather than just doing the usual dum clap clap dum clap clap. I thought Migos' verse was terrible though, and it just seemed like a really lazy attempt at filling more time in this track just by adding another verse, a tagged on verse. I kind of had the same problem with Chained to the Rhythm with it was one of the Marleys who was on it, but I just found it again, she's just using a conflicting artist to herself to just vary things up and just add another verse rather than writing a bridge. I can't tell you the last time I heard a bridge in a Katy Perry track. Lyrically, let's not beat around the bush. I thought lyrically this track is garbage and completely forgettable, but if I'm totally honest, I can't say I was expecting too much more. So all in all, this track is fine, and I think Katy Perry fans will probably like it, but for the casual listener like myself, it's probably not really worth your time. So I gave it a G rating of 5 out of 10, which is just completely average. So if you like this video, then please leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I'll see you around next time. Bye bye.